Now, let's talk about digital rights management. So, okay, the other doorway that we have to potentially stop pirates is we're going to encrypt everything. So your DVD has a thing called content CSS. I forget what it is.
Like the laser thing they tried to do with those discs.
Well, no, it's actually the contents on your disk is encrypted, and the player has the key. Okay.
Okay.
This is digital rights management. Okay. And all digital rights management requires that there be a lock and a key.
Yeah.
And the key has to be somewhere that your player can get at it. Now, in the case of a DVD, it's built into the player.
Okay.
It's possible to go in and find it, and it's been found.
So what do? I know my key, and when I buy the DVD,
no, it's the same key for every DVD.
Okay.
In North America. It's a different key for New Zealand and Australia. You can't play a DVD from North America in New Zealand and Australia.
No. Okay.
That's one of the first things.
Understand, yeah.
Okay. This is called This is region coding. What they're doing is they're splitting the market up, and they're saying, okay, well, if you're moving from here over to Britain, you've got to buy another DVD because your DVD player won't work over there because it's 220 and it's PAL.
Mm-hmm.
But I got my DVD. Why won't it play? Well, because their DVD players have got a different key in it. They don't have yours.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got to buy another DVD. So they're boosting up the number of copies that you make.
Yeah.
Well, you know why they're doing that? Remember back when I was talking about the hole-in-the-wall stereo and the fact that we used to buy a new album after about 30 or 40 or 100 playings?
Yep.
DVDs are lasting too long.
They last forever.
They're not getting all these extra sales from people who like the stuff.
Well, does the DVD actually wear down with use?
They do not wear down, but they are deteriorating. In fact, they oxidize internally, and it depends on how well they're made.
Don't they just deteriorate from their age, not from being played?
Yes, they deteriorate from age. It's called bit rot.
Yeah.
That's one aspect of bit rot. And I've got some wonderful CDs that I burned that they were gold and now they're green partway around because the actual active medium has chemically changed. Okay, it wasn't real gold. It was like an amalgam of something, and there's actually a mold has gotten in there and eaten it. They're totally useless.
So we're
I'm
back.
allergic to bureaucracies. I break out in shouting.
Yes. What time is it anyway?
It's 8:30.
8:30. We're going to go another half hour, are we? Okay.
I don't know. We're most of the way through the story, and if you'd stop interrupting, we'd get.
Well, I'm
finished,
just trying to make the stories more. I'm trying to
Well,
make
I
the
know.
stories more personal.
They're human.
I'm trying to make the stories more personal because you're talking about the publishers going after
talking,
and using 3 strikes and everything, and here's ICBC.
3 strikes and you're out. Yeah.
Writing me a letter telling me my cars are illegal.
But you see, ICBC has the legal right to do that.
Yeah.
The publishers don't.
Well, that's
the publishers do not have the legal right to ask the ISP, and the ISPs don't have the legal right to punish you for something under the law.
They're not the judge.
They are not the police. They're not the judge. They may be required by subpoena. And again, I am not a lawyer, but they may be required by subpoena to collect information about you if there is legitimate reason for it.
If they have a judge's order for a wiretap or something. Yep.
As the telephone companies are required for under the wiretap laws. But to date, that set of laws has not been put in place in Canada.
Yep.
And down in the States, it really hasn't been put in place in the States either. What's been put in place in the States is a thing called notice and takedown. The ISPs, upon receiving a notice of a transgression under the Copyright Act, are required to take that down, which is still a judicial thing that's being done in the civil manner, because it should be notice and notice. Notice and notice is where the copyright people give the ISP a notice, and the ISP give their customer a notice. The customer then has to deal with it. Different problem, because the ISP should not be giving the publisher the customer's information.
How come you and I are involved in just about anything like this? Because this is going back to your bloody hydro raid for the use of your...
We'll do that one too. We got all these subjects to talk
Mitchell
about.
was at that one too.
Yeah, he was it was wonderful. The point is,
look what you got to grow up.
This is all the publisher's fault. It started with them trying to get the government to help them overcome their inability to deal with technological change. They're buggy whip manufacturers in the automobile age. In fact, they're buggy whip manufacturers in the personal jetpack age. They just don't get it. They have to change their business model. So now we're talking about digital rights management, okay? They're trying to lock this stuff down. And okay, now the internet's not going away. Back in the mid-'90s when it was first starting, we thought maybe it might just disappear. I mean, we tried to get it to disappear, it didn't. So now, well, we're going to participate. Major League Baseball. Oh, okay. They're a publisher. Did you know? Major League Baseball is in the entertainment business. Okay.
Well, it's like McDonald's doesn't make hamburgers or a marketing
Major
company.
League Baseball. So they put up a subscription service where you could subscribe to look at the old baseball games if you wanted to watch the old baseball games. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Okay. Now, in order to you did this on your computer, and in order to do it, you had to be hooked up to the internet, because it used digital rights management where the key wasn't stored on your computer, it was stored on their server, okay?
Against your IP address.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. You had your half of the key, they had their half. In order to play, you had to have both of them married in real time on the internet, and then you could view the
But could you watch it from, do you do it from another computer, or it has to be your computer?
No, I don't know. I never subscribed to this, okay? So they sold thousands and thousands of these subscriptions, and I mean, so people have got these games on their computer. They've got the actual images on their computer, but they're locked.
But they can't watch.
They can't watch it. Let the key server. So what does Major League Baseball do?
I don't know.
They turned the key server off. So now I've bought all this. It's like you bought a tape for your VCR. And the VCR works perfectly. The tape goes through there perfectly, and the VCR says the tape's there. But you can't watch it because the publisher says, nah, we want you to buy a new version.
Well, that's happened a little bit too, hasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
But that's only half the thing. What else did they get? What else did Major League Baseball get in having the key server on their computer?
Control over yours.
Oh. They got to know when you watched and what you watched. They got to invade your privacy. They got to know marketing information at worst or at best, and private information at worst about your viewing habits.
Yeah, whether you're up at 4 o'clock in the morning or 2 in the afternoon.
That's right. Digital rights management that involves a connection on the internet, or in fact anything to do with that, is a potential invasion of privacy, and in virtually all of the cases that anybody's ever found, it's an actual invasion of privacy because they do store and use the information.
And that is because I came out at 4 o'clock this morning, found Mitchell with his 100 people in his internet Ustream television show. My 82-year-old aunt had actually sent me an email, too, at 4:20 in the morning because she couldn't sleep. So I answered her. 2 people couldn't sleep. So I know my 80-year-old aunt, because of the internet and because I know that because she sent me an email. I wouldn't have known that if she hadn't sent me an email. But if I was looking at something like an old baseball game, that's what you're telling, that the baseball now
Major
knows
League
that I'm
Baseball
looking at
would know that you were up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
And I had to be up because I've done something to activate the key.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
I get
now,
you.
Again,